Bow wow. Yeah. Top, top. It's a parade inside my city, yeah. Ass shaking, giving no more county product of the feds. Flag green the cut. My wife, I cut up like Sharonda, yeah. I'm in this bitch, you want me dead? Yeah. Nah, bitch, I'm loaded, feeling myself.
Howdy, y'all. Yet another episode, and you already know what the vibes is. Celtics accomplished the ultimate goal. Like, it's hard to put into words how it's been the whole journey. It's a weird journey, by the way, especially if you've been there from day one and you've seen how it all transpired after they traded KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen won a chip with the Miami Heat. When you saw all that happening, and then that trade in particular of KG and Paul Pierce that virtually just gave us two of the better players in the NBA at Tatum and Brown. It's amazing to see how far that has come with all the different moves that had been done by Ainge and Brad Stevens throughout the last what 8 years, 8 seasons, 7 to 8 seasons, acquiring Derek White 2 seasons ago, acquiring Drew Holiday this past offseason with Kristaps Porzingis. Years before that, taking a shot on Gordon Hayward and an unfortunate ankle injury on a team that was virtually stacked with him and Horford and Tatum, Kyrie. It was Isaiah Thomas's Linsanity year, and Linsanity year, and also his Linsanity playoff performances. By the way, everybody, Jaylen Brown actually won MVP. I am kind of shocked. I thought it was going to be Jayson Tatum, but congratulations to Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown is the Finals MVP. I'm watching everything right now. He swept the MVP this postseason. It's nothing for Tatum to not. Tatum should never put his head down on this. It's going to be tough, unfortunately, with the stupid ass media. They're going to say whatever they want. Some people will say whatever they want to say, but it don't really matter. At the end of the day, they accomplished the goal. I'm sure at some point in Tatum's career, he will recapture these moments again and reach the promised land and win an MVP of his own. But congratulations, Jaylen Brown, for winning Finals MVP of this finals. Hey, to anybody out there, just have a good time out there. Don't fuck up and don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything I want to do. At my older ages, I'm not going out there in them crowds. But salute to everybody out there. Y'all real ones. Not sure when the parade is. I'm sure it's gonna be Thursday or Friday. It's most likely gonna be Thursday. It's gonna be hot as balls. So get prepared for all that, and I hope everybody enjoys that. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, like even through them Hayward days, the team was stacked. As I mentioned, Kyrie got on the team. Like that reignited my vibes for this team when they got Kyrie. But then, unfortunately, things didn't end the way we thought it would have. Ended up with Kemba Walker. Like there was a lot of stuff going on. Like the Celtics, every season was doing the best they could to retool and make this team you know, an easier team to collab with for these two superstars, these two young superstars. Once their career started, they were already playing the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Tatum's been to like what 6 consecutive or something. He hasn't missed one. I mean, he's been to a playoff appearance every year since he's been drafted. So has Jaylen Brown. I'm assuming. But man, the journey has been long for these two guys. Horford at 38 years old, finally got his ring. Second longest drought of any NBA player. I don't think that's really true, but I think notable in NBA superstar-esque player of their career, which Carmelo still holds that title at least. But Horford can now be taken off that list. Congratulations to him and his family and everybody. I'll be the first one to tell you I was always critical because I never knew what I was gonna get. Every year you get this like the I think it was since the bubble happened and when like Jaylen Brown I think got hurt or something happened. Like it was just tough to watch. Like shit, man. Like that was I thought that was their opportunity to finally get over the hump because I think that was the first time them two actually became the superstars that they became now. And then you got that Heat series. They actually beat the Heat in seven and then just got flat out outplayed by veterans Warriors team. I never thought that took me down a notch. That really just made me think like they're not ready, and that was 2 years ago. But last year was demoralizing. If you're a real one, that was demoralizing. And I remember last year, I haven't watched or listened to my podcast after that Heat game because I was so frustrated. I broke a glass. I broke not purposely closet. I was just too upset. But nonetheless, after that series was over, I said, if they decide to run this back with this same team, Brad Stevens' ass is getting warm on that seat. It's gonna be a hot seat, man. It's not gonna get you can't let that slide. And then of course last year the scapegoat was everyone trying to make it about Missoula. I was one of those people that was a little critical of Missoula as well because the way the offense was being ran. The reality is you gotta trust the process of how it goes. You can't give up on young coaches. He is absolutely showing that he's one of the better young coaches in the league. It's one thing to have a team that's pretty stacked like this with one of the best starting fives, and you can say whatever you want to say about the coach, about it being too easy. But hey, man, you work so hard for these type of moments. He took over for Ime. He could have lost the locker room in 2 seconds. There's a lot of look at what happened in Milwaukee this year. Like Adrian Griffin lost the locker room, even though he was being, even though Giannis was sponsoring that he be the next coach. He lost the locker room after their NBA Finals winning coach got fired. And now they're with Doc Rivers, and only God knows how that's going to go. But I'm just using them as an example because this is what the NBA is like. Everybody's looking for the next hot thing. They're not willing to settle and let it grow as it is. But shout out to Missoula. He actually coached his ass off this whole playoffs. He virtually just outcoached every coach that he went against. Coached very well throughout the whole entire season. He's about the same age or younger than some players on this team, like Horford, about the same age as Drew Holiday, damn near. And they were able to buy in. They bought into what they were doing. Obviously, you can see, especially in this game, when the team is dialed in putting effort in defense, they're the toughest team to beat in the NBA. Because even if they don't shoot, 38% from three, they're at least gonna kill you with these creating turnovers, capitalizing off those turnovers, and so on. So it's like, you know, your goose is cooked if you ain't really like playing a flawless game of basketball. You feel me? Derek White with the hockey smile. But listen, did, again, shout out to Missoula because guess what? The whole like, hey, if Ime was here, that's dead now. Nobody could say that. Same goes for those two J's, man. No matter what I say, no matter what the national media has to say, they accomplished a goal that maybe some other Celtics before them didn't do, and a lot of guys in their draft didn't get to accomplish. So it's a big shout out to them. We could have a lot of discussions about what's going to happen next. I'm not going to have that in this particular short episode. I'm just trying to find a way to, because I don't know how to celebrate this. I'm not going to go out to Boston. I'm too far from there right now. It's a work night. You can't get too turned up. I mean, there's about a lot of people going to get turned up tonight, so enjoy it for sure. Nah, man, this is definitely exciting to see. This is not the most exciting team to watch, that's for sure. They're a bunch of stoic, like nerdy-ish. I'm down for business. Even Tatum with the awkward "let's go" or whatever he said. I don't know if they know how to let go of their own emotions because it's like this is like probably the moment is when you're in that moment, you don't. I have never been in a championship. I mean, I've never won a professional sports championship. I've won championships and other things, but listen, like I don't know what the emotion would be. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give them a pass for the weird awkwardness, especially Tatum. But they must deserve anything they want to do right now. They pretty much own the city right now. This is the only relevant Boston sports team right now. New England Patriots are quote unquote in a rebuild. The Red Sox are somewhat mediocre. They're playing actually pretty well as of late. Yeah, there's not really, and the Bruins. I mean, the Bruins do compete and go to numerous playoff year in year out. They've been to a couple Stanley Cup Finals that they didn't win, but this is the team that took over the city. This is the team that took over the city. This is Boston, the city that I believe is a hockey town. the city that I believe is a big time Patriots type of city because of how accomplished that franchise had been for 20 plus years. They have taken over. They have recaptured the love of the city, the pride of the Celtics, and it's a big congratulations to them. Like this goes a long way. Your career legacy has has started. So Tatum and Brown, that legacy that you believe that you deserve is coming to fruition. Veterans like Porzingis and Drew Holiday. I mean, this is Drew's second, but somebody like Porzingis, he could finally say something like this, like I'm a champion, I'm a world champion. No matter what y'all got to say about whether I'm glass or not, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when my career is over, they're gonna know me as a champion. Same goes for Derek White. He's gonna get the bag. That boy gonna get. A lot of these boys are gonna get the bag. Okay, whether it's here in Boston or somewhere else, but they're gonna be always known as the champion of the 2024 Boston Celtics. So congratulations to y'all fellas. Much deserved. Is to that everybody who's out there watching or listening to this pod. I appreciate y'all for going through this the whole basketball season. I will have another episode to recap the season, to end this season the right way, going into the offseason. The draft is next week, I believe. The NBA does not really stop a lot. We got some Olympic basketball, which two Celtics will be in there, Drew and Tatum. But hey, man, congratulations to them boys. Y'all finally did it. Y'all finally did it. You shut a lot of people up. You definitely shut me up because I was very, very concerned about them damn quotes from earlier today saying if we lose today, there's always a game 6. Nah, seal the motherfucking deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all didn't stay by that word and thinking that like you made me a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm glad y'all shut me up. Y'all got the job done. I didn't really say much. I'm just saying shut me up because I mentally I was just like, I don't know how I feel about how these dudes. It's like weird mentality to be saying shit like that. But nonetheless, congratulations to y'all. This just is the beginning of many. If it's done right, they're built for another one, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, they're gonna be the favorites. You check the books right now, them motherfuckers are the favorites to win it next year as well. But it ain't gonna be as easy as it was this year. Because when the target's on your back, you gotta expect it. But till then, right now, you could only celebrate it until somebody else knocks you down next summer. It don't really matter. But until next time, y'all, thank y'all for joining me through the whole basketball season. I'm gonna have a recap like I mentioned at the end. Yeah, cheers to the Celtics, 2024 champions.